Okay, I'm live streaming. I don't know how to get the link now so that I can share it actually with people. Not delete. Maybe stream setting, analytics. No, I just need a link. I don't know. I guess this is fine. Okay. Maybe if I go to YouTube, maybe it will tell me that I'm live streaming so that I can actually post a link. Or maybe I can go to YouTube Studio here and okay, so I think that's probably it. Okay. Let's post it now on Twitter. Okay, this is my first time, so I'm a bit nervous, but let's see if hopefully everything will be fine. Hopefully everyone can see the live stream. Maybe I will just open the YouTube application on my phone and then see if I can get the comments, because I would like to see the comments on my phone so that I can respond. Yeah, we'll see if anyone even shows up. So we have the official demo Rails app here locally, which I've created so that people can see how some like a bit more complex Rails application would look like with Rodauth, or how some more complex Rodauth configuration would look like. So I will run it here locally, or no, I'm running it already here. So if I open it, then this is how it looks like. It's just there are just some posts here which are protected behind authentication. There is so I can sign up here. I will just first delete any previous records which I'll probably have. So if I sign up, I get an email to verify my account, and then while verifying I can set my password, and now I'm logged in and my account is verified. So what I would like to do here is so people have been asking me how to add multiple accounts type to Rodauth. So if you look at device, there is Rails generate device model. So for example, if I say in device, if I say Rails generate device user, that's going to create a user account type. And then I can also type Rails generate device admin, and that will create the admin account type. So I would like to show how to add the same thing to Rodauth. So and show how Rodauth is maybe more flexible when it comes to multiple account types. So we will start with so we have the main configuration here, which is basically all of the it is all of the authentication configuration, which is in this single file. And we now want to basically create an admin account and possibly share some of the same authentication configuration. So what I would like from the account is from the admin account is I would like it to be so you can create account but only in the console. So I would like admins in this scenario to be just some like things that, for example, developers can create an admin account for them, and that can be used to, I don't know, to access some content management system or to access the Sidekick dashboard or things like this. I would like admins to be able to change, reset their passwords. I would like to somehow like have a separate login state for admins. There will be some admin section as well. I would like to share the accounts table with the normal users. What did I also want? A separate login. Yes, I would like to require multi-factor authentication. So any admin account needs to have multi-factor authentication set up. And I would like, that was require multi-factor authentication setup. And what was it? Require multi-factor authentication setup. And I feel there was one more key thing that I'm not, but probably I will remember during the implementation. So let's see if we can get it starting, and we might add more things to the list. So back to our main configuration of Rodauth. Let's now create an admin configuration. So if I now do Rodauth admin, create a Rodauth admin file, and then if I connect it to the to the Rodauth app. And I also route the admin requests. Yes, and I remembered one more thing. We will have an admin prefix to all of the routes. I think that there was still one more thing that I had in mind, but I will hopefully remember. So here we have the Rodauth admin configuration, which is currently blank. We connected to the Rodauth app under the admin name, and here we are routing any requests for the admin configuration. I think, yeah, so now we can get started. What I would like to do is there will be some shared configuration. So I would like to create a base class which will hold that shared configuration. And then we will have Rodauth main inherit from that base configuration, and Rodauth admin also inherit from that base configuration. Yes, so let's now start putting things here. So this will be Rodauth main, and here we will split it like this. Okay. So the page title, we can go to the base configuration, the column names as well. For Rails controller, we will create a separate controller for the admin for the admin section. But first we need to create the admin section. So I'll actually hold this for now and just go, or maybe I will write it now, separate the Rodauth configuration so that we start with the more interesting part, and then later I will create an admin section and then we can hook all of these things up. So I will have Rodauth admin Rodauth controller, which we will create. It doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't exist at this moment. So that's admin specific. Let's now see. Let's start also with what features we want to enable. So I would like to enable login, logout, and also via email. But because we can say that the admin, we can say that the admin accounts are maybe more sensitive. So let's not have the remember me feature there for now, just to show some differences in which Rodauth features are enabled. So I will remove. So this is now in the base configuration. So I will remove them here, everything except remember me functionality. I also want to have resetting and changing passwords. No, this enable needs to go inside the configure block. So admins will also be able to reset or change their passwords. So we will remove it from here, from the main configuration. Admins will also be able to, to change their email address. Yes. And so this configuration is for these special dialogues that to confirm the password for some more sensitive features. It's something similar to GitHub's sudo mode, where it asks you a password when you're accessing more sensitive sections of your account. And I guess we could have it for admin, but I don't want to bother with that now, so we'll just leave it for the main configuration. Multi-factor authentication we definitely want to have for admins as well, and admins will be able to close their account, and also their account will be locked out when there are too many login attempts. So we will add those, and I guess the admins need translation, so it will all be in English, since it's just internal types of users. In JWT, we won't need it. And here I would like, okay, so now I think we've picked out the feature set that we want both the main accounts and the admin accounts to have. Let's now continue with the configuration. The admin accounts won't have account verifications because those will be created in the console, which we will set up later, but so this one stays for the main account. This is specific to the lockout feature. So actually no, so we want to have lockout only for admin accounts, and we will transfer it there. We want to enable infinite amount of login attempts for normal users, just to make it easier for ourselves. I think otherwise we need to add some captcha. So I will transfer the setting related to the lockout feature to the admin section. Yeah, we will transfer this, storing the original location when asking for login. No, that's for all accounts. That's for the base feature. Password grace period, that's specific to this password confirmation dialog. Delete account on close. So this setting, it tells us whether the account record should be actually deleted when the account is closed. And I think it should not be deleted for normal users, but I think it should be deleted for admins. We really don't need to keep the record of the record of admins in the database, and I think it's safer to just completely delete it from the database. Okay, so this is now the email hooks. Resetting password is a base concern of all account types. Verify account, account verification is only for main account type. Verifying login change, so when users are changing the email and they need to verify it, so that stays. So that's part of, that's for shared for all account types. Changing password is for all. Email authentication for all, and lockout unlocking is just admin specific, since it's the only one that enables the lockout feature, and we'll want all configurations to deliver emails in the background. SMS sending is shared for all. This is remember me specific, so this stays in the main configuration. This as well. This is specific to this password confirmation dialog, so this stays. This is related to creating a user profile. So this is also specific to the main accounts. Admins will only have emails. They won't have things like full name, or it's not needed. This is for recovery codes, so that's shared by both configurations. This as well, showing the recovery codes. Yeah, multi-factor authentication setup. Logout redirect, yeah, it's fine. So we want to redirect to the root page. Verify account, that's only for the main account type. Reset password for all, and this is JWT settings, so this stays here. We've now separated, we've shared a lot of the configuration. We've separated it out. Yes, I now remembered what I wanted also from admin accounts. I wanted some password complexity requirements. My brother checked in on me to see how my first live stream is doing. That's so nice. He's a front-end developer, so he doesn't understand any of this stuff. Okay, yeah, so the password complexity requirements we want for admins. Yeah, I'm glad that my brother confirmed that the live stream is working. That makes me much calmer. Okay, yeah, so the password complexity requirements. We will do it by adding the password complexity feature, and since admin accounts are the most sensitive, we'll just add it to those. And what I also mentioned is that I would like to be able to create accounts for admins, but only from the console. So we will... Yeah, maybe we'll get back to that later, because now we've coded a lot, but we are not seeing anything since the admin section still doesn't technically exist. So maybe I think it's time now to switch gears to the admin section. Just to check that nothing is broken. Yeah, there are no errors, so hopefully everything still works for the main account type. Let's now add the admin section. So we will add an admin layout. Now it will be ideal if that layout is somehow shared or a sub layout of the application layout, so that you don't have to copy paste. But for the purposes of this video, I will just copy paste the same code, and I will, but we will change the navbar and yeah, the back. We will make some tweaks to make it visually distinctive. We will have an admin application controller, which will be the base controller for all admin controllers. And I believe that I need to specify here layout admin so that it picks up this layout. Let's now create some kind of home controller. So home controller, that's just how I call it. Maybe no pages controller, but let's keep it like this. So that's for the admin section. It will inherit from our newly created admin application controller, and it will have an index section, which for now it will render the index template, and let's just create it. App views admin home index. And let's say, I don't know, hello from admin. So that's the, and we also need to hook it up into routes. We'll say get admin will go to admin home. Maybe I think like this namespace, right? Admin, and then root. I feel like this might work. Like hopefully this will apply the namespace to all. Let's see. Let's first see what routes Rails generates for this. Yes, admin root. Yes, that seems perfectly reasonable. Let's now try to open it. Yes, great. So that's hello from admin. Let's now change the nav bar and change also the background so that we at least visually distinguish between the main application and the admin section. I will add the, so we have currently app application. We have this in the application directory. We have these flash and navbar partials. Let's copy those into app views, and I think this will be admin application if we follow the naming convention. Yeah, let's actually see where let's confirm this by seeing where the controller actually searches, what are all of the path it searches. So I will check this by causing an error by rendering a partial that does not exist, and then it will tell me. So it searched here, it searched, yes, in admin application, yes. So that confirms my theory, and the next one is application. So I will create an, yeah, let's, my computer froze. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure even if the live stream is working now. So, yeah. Okay, okay, I think maybe just the terminal is unresponsive. I think if I try to interact with anything else, yeah. So I will close this. Yeah, I think the whole Tmax is probably unresponsive, so I'll just close it all. And I will think force quit. Or maybe, is it my keyboard that's unresponsive? Maybe I need to plug it in. Still has good battery level. So if I type, yeah, typing here works. Yeah, the terminal is unresponsive. So it's just, okay, so I will force kill it. hopefully something will appear here. Yes. OBS Studio. Yes, that's that was kind of what I was suspecting. Let's see if the terminal. Okay, terminal now works. So I will. Yeah, and we even retained where we were at. Okay, cool. So I guess we should be fine now. So what we now wanted, was to create a navbar. That's a different version, so that we visually distinguish it from the main one. We'll copy the main one, and we'll go into app views, admin, application, navbar. We have it there for now. Yeah, we will remove the sign up link, since we won't allow registering admins through the site, since that would be a huge security issue. There won't be any posts, so admin section will be totally different. Home will go to the admin root path, and this will be if controller is admin home controller. There won't be any profile with names, so here we'll just say account. That's the button displayed when we're logged in. There won't be any remember me feature. Changing password, changing email works, but we want to use the admin Rodauth configuration, not the main one. Closing account will work. Managing multi-factor authentication should exist. Yes, and here as well. The admin one. Okay, and what I wanted to how I wanted to change it visually is that I think that Bootstrap has navbar dark and maybe background dark. Yeah, I think so. Let's see if let's also undo this change in admin. Yeah, I think that's fine. And maybe we can change these to some darker color. Background. What are some colors? I mean, I guess we can just maybe make some kind of inversion, so maybe background button light. Wait, where are buttons? Yeah, button light. So I guess that should work. And maybe also let's make the light background so that it's not completely white. Let's see if it even makes a difference. So we will say that the background of the body is light. Yeah, it is a bit darker. So now if I go to the main section, we have this header, and if I go to the admin section, we have this. So that's hopefully a good enough visual distinction for that we are in the admin section. So notice that we have here that it says that we are logged in. So we get this drop down that's only displayed for logged in accounts. But how can that be if we've created the admin section, or if we created a special admin account? So the reason for this is that by default, different Rodauth configurations, they reuse the same session keys. So if I would go to the admin home page and then I would print out the session. We see that Rodauth stores the authenticated state in the account ID column. So if that is filled in, then someone is logged in, and Rodauth considers that the session is logged in. But currently, admins will use the same session keys. So what we want is to completely distinguish this from the main accounts, and we can do this by going over to our Rodauth admin configuration and saying we want session key prefix to be underscored with admin. So now when I refresh, let's undo this. We still didn't make one update into the admin navbar, which is to say that here we also want the admin account. So if I now refresh, we have the logged in state here, and if I add the session key prefix, so that's the admin navbar. Let's see in our Rodauth app. No, yeah, we've been using the main configuration. Yeah. So the admin configuration. So now if I undo this, yeah, now it should complain. Okay, yes, this is fine. And now if I add the prefix, hopefully, yes. Okay, now it's saying that we're not logged in, which is correct. Let's remove the session home index. I guess we can keep it, maybe it will be useful. Yeah, let's keep it. And let's maybe make a lighter button, just it hurts me when it's so dark. I think, yeah, the problem is that here we're using outline buttons, so let's use I don't know, I guess that should be a light one. Button. Maybe if I also say background light, can it be combined like this? Yeah. Like, let's say, no, horrible. I will use the button light here and go back to button info here, just so that it's a bit different. Okay. Cool. So we have a sign in, and notice that currently the sign in goes to the login page of the main account type. So it goes out of the admin section, and this is because we haven't told Rodauth that we want this configuration, this account configuration, to use a different path prefix. So if I say that I want to use path prefix admin, then now it will go to the admin login page. And now we got another expected error, which is saying that this controller doesn't exist, and which is fair because we haven't defined it. So let's we'll define the Rodauth controller, class admin Rodauth controller, which will inherit from admin application controller, and it will be blank. There's nothing that's needed here. So if we now open, now we have the login page for admin accounts. That's cool. Okay, currently we cannot log in because we cannot create, there are no admins created. Yeah, we will. So one way, so what I said before, if you remember from this list, what I said is that, so we have this, this should be functional, this should be functional, admin section, we've just created it, we are sharing the accounts table. This still will need some work, we will see that. We've added the path prefix. Okay, so now we want to enable developers to create admin accounts from the console. If I just do this, if I just create it like this, email, I don't know, admin@example.com, password, some secret, that works. So if I now try logging in with this account, so it says that it's not unverified account. Why does it say that? Because what does it say? Because we removed account verification. Yeah, we've removed account we don't have account verification for admins as far as I remember. Yeah, verify account, that stayed just for the main user. Unverified account, please verify account before logging in. Okay, yeah, so we will go, yeah, we will make that account verified. It is verified by default when it's created through the create account form, but here we've created it in the console, so it defaults to unverified. So this last account, we will update it to be verified. Let's now try logging in with secret, and we are logged in. Let's also say that default redirect, I think default redirect will be admin root page. So let's go to the admin section. We will sign out. Strange that this didn't issue a post request. Data turbo method. Yeah, there is some error in turbo Bing. There is some error with CDN, with the Skypex CDN, I think. So if I go to layout admin, I'm pulling Hotwire through Skypex because I didn't want to deal with any of the JavaScript compilation in the demo application, but I think that they're having some issues. I believe if I change it to go from unpackage.com, then it might work. Yes. So if I go to the admin homepage and now say sign out, yes, it signs out. Let's also say yes, that's fine. We will, yes, we have default redirect to admin, fine. Not sure why it didn't display the flash message though. Yeah, let's change also the admin, let's change also this turbo link in the main layout, just so that it works. Yeah, I expected to have some flash message to be logged out. I'm not sure if that prefix also applies to flash messages. Let's see in the Rodauth source code. So if we go to the base functionality session key prefix, that applies to, yeah, it is used in this convert session key, and convert session key is used when declaring session keys, so that those are normal session keys. And flash, yeah, I don't think so. Set no flash set notice flash, yeah, flash notice key. Okay, yeah, so flash, yeah, it is applied to flash messages, unfortunately. So if I want to display flash messages for admins, then they are currently, instead of being stored in notice and an alert, they are being stored in admin notice and admin alert. I don't want that. I want the same keys to be used. So this might be maybe an issue that I might try to raise in the Rodauth repository, but for now I will just override those. So how is that called? Yeah, flash error key and flash notice key. So flash error key, I will override it back to alert, and flash notice key also to notice. Yeah, hopefully this will be fine. Will it though? No, actually, yeah. If I session key, yeah, I think it will. Yeah, it will override this. Yeah, we'll see if it works. So error is alert, notice is notice. Okay, cool. We have our session, admin. What was the next step? Yes, we are now trying to create an account in the console, and we succeeded. However, that bypasses any password checks. So, for example, this password complexity feature was not activated at all. And we were able to see this because we were able to set a password that's equal to secret, which won't satisfy the complexity requirements, the default complexity requirements of this feature. So what we want is to we want to go through the create account, kind of the whole process, which validates the password, so the whole official action, but we want to call it from the console. And Rodauth actually has a really neat feature for this, and it's called internal request. So this allows you to call from the console to call actions that would normally get called when you submit web forms, HTML forms. So we want to add the internal request feature to gain access. And now when we when we go to the console and retrieve the admin configuration, we can now call create account. And if I specify, let's first close the account that we've created. Close the account. So we need to specify account login of the email address that we've used. And we see, because we have configured that closing account also deletes the account, we see that even that in addition to the related resources, also the accounts record was deleted. Let's now create an account, a new admin account. And let's now try to create it with a secret password. And if I do that, then I get an error that I expect. So it says there was an error creating your account. The password did not meet requirements. And this is actually coming from this password complexity feature that I've shown before. So we see that it does not include uppercase letters, lowercase letters, or numbers. So if I satisfy the uppercase requirement, it still not doesn't have numbers. So if I add 1 to 3, then it says it includes a common character sequence. So that's 1 to 3. You see, it's pretty. It really won't allow me to choose just any password. So let's create a non-standard sequence. And now it says that I'm using a word that's in the dictionary, which is secret. So if I try to even avoid that and use it, now I was able to create the account. And this achieves exactly the same goal, but it also passes it ensures that it passes all of Rodauth's validations, and that it actually it goes to the same process that submitting a create account form would go through, which is really neat. So now if I try to sign in as that admin, and the password was secret 197. Yeah, now I've been logged in, and we see that there is this session prefix. Cool. So I think a lot of it is now pretty functional. The next thing I would like to tackle is the fact, so what I wanted was for admins to share the accounts table of main accounts. However, that's obviously not safe, because now I can go to the account section and then log in as that admin account. You see it says that it recognized the email, and now I'm able to log in, but it doesn't make sense because this admin account doesn't have things that is set in the create account form for main accounts, such as the profile name. So yeah, we don't want that to happen. And there is actually, so one way would definitely be that in addition this is I think now complete, and password complexity requirements as well. What we have, we have the accounts table and all of these related tables. So the device sorcery way is to create a new table, which would be admins, which has all of the same columns, and basically this way you achieve separation in the database, but you are duplicating your schema. And that means that if you want to, I don't know, perform the same action across multiple account types, maintenance action, I mean, I guess it's, I don't know, it's not, it probably won't be that much more difficult, but I prefer not to duplicate my database tables. I would like them to be dry. So I would like to store only the information that is different. In this case, that's the account type. So the I want to somewhere store that certain account records are that are admin accounts and the others are normal accounts. So we can either create a new column called, for example, type, and then we have to tell Active Record not to use that type column for single table inheritance, which is annoying the hell out of me. I'm using single table inheritance so rarely. I just want to be able to use a type column. I don't want to invent other names just to get around that. Yeah, I hope that I'm still, yeah, it says that it's still live streaming, so I think that hopefully everything is still working. Yeah, so one way is to add the type column to accounts. And another way is to add an account types, a separate table, which will just store the account types. So yeah, I think in the nature of separation of concerns, I would like to create a separate table. So let's generate migration, create account types. We don't need the timestamps, so we will have a foreign key to the accounts table. So it's a foreign key, it cannot be null. So reference is account, I think it should be. And we will have the type. So that will be a string column with type that's also cannot be null. Null. Let's go ahead and create that table. Cool. And now we want to actually use that on login. I've created a wiki page for this sort of things. Yeah, account types. Yeah. Okay, there is also the cascading, which is actually useful. I will add that. I always want the cascading when the account record is deleted, so I'll just do, I think it's db migrate redo. Yeah, that should be it. Okay. Yeah, and we will say, yeah, that admins, they will require that the corresponding account type that is admin. So in our admin configuration, we will say after the account is created, and this is actually another useful thing for this internal request feature, because if we would create the account directly using active record and thus bypassing Rodauth, this would never be called. So Rodauth doesn't, unlike almost all other authentication frameworks, Rodauth doesn't hook on active record callbacks. So it requires that everything that you call the Rodauth objects directly. Otherwise, if you just call active record directly, nothing gets executed. So we will say that, so here Rodauth is using SQL, so we will be using the SQL interface. I mean, technically we could use active record, but we will be doing some joins or subqueries here, so we will stick to SQL. So after creating the account, we will create an account type of admin. And then when retrieving the account, we will only retrieve the admin role. So we will retrieve the admin role. So this will ensure that admins will only be able to log into admin accounts, but it won't ensure that main accounts will not be able to log into admin accounts. So we actually want to move this to the base feature. And then we will say, yes, so we will move it here to the base feature, and we will say, instead of type admin, we will type configuration name, which Rodauth will retrieve the name of the configuration, which in this, for main, is actually nil, and for admin, it's admin. And we want to actually convert it to a string, but we don't want nil. We just said that the type column cannot be nil, so we will actually use main if there is no, if it's the default configuration, and we will use the same here. Crap, there is an error here. It's great, it's probably being used a lot if it doesn't work. Fix type 1. Okay, so it's not the role column, it's the type column. And we'll also use this configuration name or main. And then maybe we can say, we can actually define, instead of using auth class eval, I actually just prefer defining it here on the top level. It's more, it's more Ruby-like, that avoids 2 additional nestings. I mean, it's not now collocated in the same place physically, which is, I guess, not great. Maybe let's move at least this to the bottom so that it's collocated similar in a similar place. And I would like to here define an account type method, which will be private, and I think account ds is also private, and that will be here, and we'll use the account type here and account type here. So we've dried it up. Cool. So hopefully this should work now. We will delete all of the accounts now that we've created. And let's now try to see if that works. After create account, there is no after create account because we've defined create account in main configuration and admin, but not in base. So we will move this to base. Okay, so now I think there's it's self class configuration name, so it's on the Rodauth class. Yeah, it's good that we extracted it into the method because it would be pretty long to repeat twice. Cool. Okay, let's create a main account again. So Rodauth uses two-factor authentication. There is... Okay, what's the full trace? Get password hash. But it doesn't use two-factor authentication. Where is that called? So we've created the account. I think that succeeded. Yes, we have our verify account. Yeah, but I think that this retrieval doesn't work, maybe as expected. Was the account type created? Let's see. Let's see from the logs. We have account created. I think I know what happened. Yeah, so I think we have after create account callback. Yeah, we have it registered 2 times. We have it here in the base class or in the base configuration, and we have it also here in the main configuration. The problem is that unlike active support callbacks, these just override some internal method. So basically these two callbacks, these two declarations, they define the method of the same name. So this one overrides this one. So the way to fix this is just to call super, because it's just method creation. Yeah. This is something that I guess can trip up people. So I will destroy the account, or maybe I will first log out. Okay, yeah, I will just destroy account, destroy all. Okay, let's try this again. We create an account. Cool, that worked now. No, I'm not used to figuring out bugs so quickly on live coding. Let's verify it, and we can now here set normal secret password because there is no password complexity requirements for main accounts. At least we decided that there won't be for now. Okay, so now we have a main account, and if we go to the admin section, let's now create an admin account. But we need to create it from the console. I'll just restart the console just in case. We'll create that admin account here. Cool. We see that this account types record was created with the wrong value. This is supposed to be admin. It's supposed to be admin. No. self configuration name to as main. Okay, what is the configuration name of the admin of the admin interface? It's admin. So that means that configuration name to as should return admin. Okay, and if I allocate it the configuration and then call account type method, okay, it's a private method, so I will call this. Yeah, it returns admin. Why did it create the main one? Now we'll save this file. Here, after create account. And if I retrieve an instance of Rodauth admin through, so an internal request instance is just it's something that Rodauth internally creates, but Rodauth allows you to access it. What is this configuration name? It's nil. Yeah, so I guess configuration name is not set for internal instances, so that's another bug report. Wait, what was the first bug report that I wanted? Yes, this flash keys, flash session keys. Yeah, I'm not sure if that will even be fixable, but yes, this is another thing that I will have to report. So for now we can say that the configuration name, maybe we'll just define the account type. Yeah, we'll just hard code the account type. I will say admin here. Yeah, just the classic polymorphism. This will be admin and this will be account type main. So yeah, I will close the account here, or just delete it manually. So the admin account that I just created, I will close it, or I will destroy it and try to create it again. Maybe I will reload. Yeah, I think that should work. So let's create it again. Let's create the admin account again the same way. Yes, now it created it with an admin. Cool. So if I now try to sign in to that admin account that I created, secret 197, that works. Great. And if on the main page I now try to log in as that admin account on the main section, yeah, it says that it recognized the login, which is not great. It shouldn't recognize it. But if I now try to log in, yeah, it should tell me that it's not able to find it, because now I think what it did was it logged in and then it logged me out. Yeah, if I look at the logs, what happened was, yes, so I log in, so that's the login request. You see the transaction committed, it redirected instead of returning some 422 response, an error response. And it actually, it then redirected back. So it logged this in, and then the current account method was not able to find the account because it actually uses this method. And then it just logged us out. It's a good thing that I actually tested it more thoroughly now, because I'll be able to improve the wiki page. But let's see if we can quickly figure out how to make the validations also use the also only search for accounts of that accounts of a certain type. So let's see if I go to the login page, or login feature code. So that's the Rodauth source code. I can see this account from login method, which calls account from login. Yes, which doesn't use the account ds method from here. So of course it doesn't apply it. Yeah, this is actually, this is not so trivial to override, because there isn't anything to hook onto. Account ds. Yeah, there isn't anything to hook onto. Yeah, so unfortunately, we will have to say, we will have to override the account from login. And I think it accepts a login argument, and we will call super, and we will retrieve, that will return this account, and then we will just return nil if the account type is not the correct one. So if I then retrieve where account ID is the account ID, and if I get the type, and we will return this account that we've retrieved, but only if the account type, or maybe let's say just type, if the type is equal to the account type that's here declared. Okay, let's try this again. So if I try to log in as admin, yes, there's no matching email, because this is an admin account. Those should be completely separate. Yeah, I think this, and if I try to, from the other side, if I try to log in as into a main user account, yes, no matching login. The last thing I wanted to show is how to require multi-factor authentication. That should hopefully be easy. So if Rodauth, if the admin account is logged in. So we are here in the Rodauth app, and this route block is executed before each request, before it reaches the Rails router. So we will say here that if an admin is logged in, then we'll require admins to have two-factor authentication set up. And now we're not logged in, so that's fine. Let's log in. Great. So now if we try to go anywhere in the admin section, it just doesn't let me go any further until I set up multi-factor authentication. So if I confirm my password and then type the authentication code, which I will generate with the ROTP gem. Great. Recovery codes, yeah, we don't need to save them for now. And now I can access normally the admin page. Great. I think this is everything that I wanted to show you. So we've created a separate admin account here, and we registered it under the admin name. Yes, I think the last remaining thing is that I would like to, if request path starts with admin, so any admin routes we will require authentication for those. Yeah. So now if I log out and go to the admin, yeah, it requires me to log in. Cool. The last thing, yes, also before I wrap up, because I added the create account feature to the admin, I can actually technically access the form and create admin accounts, which is not good. It's not what we want. We don't want anyone to be able to just create an admin account for themselves. What we wanted only from this create account feature was to be able to create accounts from the console. And the way to disable this is to say just create set a create account route to nil. So now, yeah, now it doesn't let me. It returns a 404 page, or yeah, it is caught by this required authentication, but it's simply that route doesn't exist anymore. So if I type Rails Rodauth routes, now we can see that from the admin section there is no, so for the main account there is the where is it? Yeah, the create account path, but from the admin section there is no, it's missing. So it's not possible to create accounts from the UI anymore, which is what we wanted. Okay, I think this is finally everything that I wanted to show you. So we have a separate admin configuration that has additional security measures, such as lockout in case of many invalid logins. There is no remember me feature. There is password complexity. You can create accounts only through the console. So, and it reuses, so we've completed this and completed this. So admins use the same accounts table, share the same accounts table, so there's no duplication in the database. But the logins are completely separate, and the login state is also completely separate. Yeah, and all admin routes are prefixed with admin, and yeah, I think this is it. So thanks for anyone who was listening. I will try to do more of these live streams in the future, but I'm really I'm really happy with this format. Actually, it's much more relaxing for me than recording screencasts. So it's a nice change. So bye bye.